a voice of rescue with a word to rescue for your training and overcoming, entitled Trained, Not Troubled.
1 Samuel 15 and 17 reads,
Samuel said, "It is not true that even when you're not important in your own eyes, you were made the head of the families of Israel. The Lord chose you to be king over Israel."
The significance of our position of humility is that it warrants a response from God to not only reward our ability to be humble, but our refusal to be humble, to exercise humility. And so should you or I be enticed to assume a position of pride, know that when we believe in God but deny His power, that it is not godliness. It is not being like God, but it becomes a form of godliness. And so here are a few cautions to discourage you from taking on a position of pride. The NLV translation of Luke 14 and 11 reads,
"Whoever makes himself look more important than he is will find out how little he is worth. Whoever does not try to honor himself will be made important."
Proverbs 29 and 23 reads,
"A man's pride will bring him down, but whose spirit is without pride will receive honor."
Luke 1 and 52 reads,
"He has taken rulers down from their thrones. He has put those who are in a place that is not important to a place that is important."
Luke 18 and 14 reads,
"I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the others. For everyone that exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be
exalted." Psalms 31 and 23 reads,
"Love the Lord with passion. The Lord protects and preserves all those who are loyal to him, but he pays back in full all those who reject him in their pride."
Realistic self-view and a realistic God view allows us to see ourselves as God sees us, and it allows us to see God for who He really is. And so the NLV translation of Luke 1 and 51 reads,
"He has done powerful work with his arm. He has divided from each other those who have pride in their hearts."
He has divided from each other those who have pride in our heart. And so people who are proud in their hearts will be scattered and dishonored. NLV translation of 2 Samuel 22 and 28 reads,
"You save a troubled person, but your eyes are on the proud,
whom
you put to shame."
This word is saying that God saves the trouble. So our position in God's power is to have the assurance that when we are in trouble, we train ourselves to understand that God saves us because he is faithful, because we are his people. And so we take a position of humility to understand that God's power is sufficient, his grace is sufficient, that God has all power in his hands because God is all powerful. And so with his power, he uses it to again bring some to their knees and to bring others to their feet. It is God who decides who will be important. God pays us back in full. He pays back those who take a position of humility, and he pays back in full those who reject him in their pride by taking that position. And so in the time of trouble, it is important that we understand that our position of humility positions us to be saved.